Oh, hey! I don't know how many of you have actually held on to your guitar magazines over the years. I not only have old musicians' friends, old guitar magazines, things like that, I actually have the first guitar magazine I ever bought. This right here is Guitar Magazine. And I remember walking through as a kid and seeing this on the shelf right before I was about to start playing and thinking, wow. Guitar Magazine. That must be the ultimate guitar magazine. And this particular one is from August of 1998. That is absolutely fucking insane. I am so old. This basically marks the beginning of my guitar journey. And I thought it'd be kind of fun since I still have this and since I have a YouTube channel to just kind of like hang out and go through it with you guys. What better way to spend a nice cozy morning than just chilling and looking at an ancient old guitar magazine? So what's on the cover here? I mean, this is the 100 Years of the Blues from the 20s to 2020. Since this is from 1998, I'm not quite sure how they're gonna get to 2020. Who knows? And then Jimmy Page, Plant, and Puff. That's probably from when he was doing the Godzilla soundtrack with He Who Shall Not Be Named. Let's dive in. So we open the cover and the first thing we're greeted with is this old Ernie Ball ad. That's pretty awesome. And then a Line 6 ad. What is this for? The Flex Tone series. I remember those. Hell yeah. Wow, these are crazy. American Showster. That must be an older boutique maker or something like that. Ooh, look, a Sennheiser ad. Wow, I didn't realize that all these mics were out in the 90s, but I guess so. I'm not sure what this is. It's some kind of like backing track thing. Oh, so you can like speed up and slow down songs. Yeah, before you had like readily available access to things like DAWs and just computers in general, you had little pieces of hardware like this that you'd, I guess, load songs into? I'm not really sure how that works. Sample any riff up to 30 seconds. Okay, so it's got its own internal memory. Cool. Okay, so these are just letters sent in from people. Freaked out. I was appalled at the Tales of the Twisted cover story featuring Slayer, Rammstein, Monster Magnet, and other bands, June 98. It seems that you were trying to please the masses by way of shotgun approach. I'm sure there's a place somewhere to report on the porno pyro trash band Rammstein. However, that place shouldn't be an intelligent and useful source for guitarists. Wow. Elliot Levi. Ooh, I probably shouldn't show this. This has their freaking email addresses in here. I don't know if that was a great idea, guys. Let's just skip over that. What is this? This some kind of, this must be like a multi-effects pedal or something. Yeah, wow, that looks awful. That looks really unpleasant to use. What do we got here? Oh my God. This kind of stuff, being able to think about sitting here at 2 a.m. with my headphones on in my bedroom, recording my next masterpiece on my Roland VS840. And that's crazy that the VS840 was out in 98. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I do remember this so much, this particular ad. Wow, this brings back a lot of fucking nostalgia. That's fun. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Just like grave rob people's likenesses without their permission. Crate. This can't be the only Crate ad in here, right? There's got to be like Crate ads just littered throughout here. Crate was such a thing in the late 90s. What do we got here? The VC60, so it's a tube amp. I've never played one of those, but I don't know. I always felt like Crate's tube amps, for the most part, sounded pretty good. Ooh, what is this? Fingertip dialing in a tone. The standard dial tone in North American telephones is actually a compound of F and A major third, and it happens to be perfectly in tune to our A440 tuning system. So next time you're without a tuning reference, just pick up the phone and match your F chord to the tone on the other end. Dang, remember landlines? Fuck. Well, yeah. Win Dave Matthews guitar. I remember this. A Gibson Chet Atkins SST, a retail value of $19.75. I wonder how much that goes for now. Oh yeah, the G-Force. I know nothing about these other than people either love them or hate them, or both. Oh, I remember this ad. Oh my God, I wanted the V so bad. I never really wanted the ML. I know that's like Dime's thing. It's never been my thing. Oh my God, look how gorgeous that V looks in that picture though. As a kid, you're looking at this, you're like, wow. Ooh, Mesa Boogie Heartbreaker. Big 2-page ad. That's cool. Oh, here's Jimmy Page probably talking about hanging out with P. Diddy. I'm sure this article hasn't aged well. Oh shit, look at this, PV Ultra Plus. Oh man, I didn't even know anything about this back then, but that is such a cool ad. Oh, here it is. I remember this poster. Holy shit, okay. Wait till you see this. This has all of these like guitar heroes and I guess quotes from them on things. I do remember this. This is hilarious. Hold on. So what does Billy Gibbons say on pig substitutes? A friend of mine turned me on to Mexican pesos, which you can file down to a triangular shape and which work pretty well. Eddie Van Halen on String Life. I boil my strings. I prefer dead strings for recording. They get more tone and they sound warmer. He boils his guitar strings. I've heard of boiling bass strings, but guitar strings, huh? Let's see. George Thorogood, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Ed Roland. Interesting. Isn't Ed Roland the guy from Collective Soul? Yeah. I didn't realize he was a guitar hero. Kirk Hammett. That's like one of the best pictures of Kirk Hammett I've ever seen. That doesn't even look like him. It looks like Lou Bega. All right. That's silly. I don't know who would hang that on their wall. What do we got? Oh yeah, I remember this. What's this guy's deal? Oh yeah, I remember that too. I always wanted a sparkly Les Paul just because of this. I'm not sure what that actually is. It's like, I don't know, it almost looks like a PRS or something. But I always wanted a silver sparkly Les Paul. I just thought that looked really sick. That's a fun ad though. Yeah, never was into the double cutaway Les Pauls. Not my thing at all. Although in late 90s, I bet that was nice. Isn't that the good years of Gibson? Yeah, that's rad. Look at that look. That's just epic. That is one boring looking man right there. Ooh, PRS McCarty. Holy shit, Columbia House. 12 CDs for 1 cent. Did you guys ever do this? I did. And I don't know what happened, honestly. I was a little kid and I filled this out and sent it in without my parents' permission, and I got 12 CDs back, and then I kept getting CDs in the mail and never bought them, and my parents never said anything. I don't know if they were charged or what happened. I didn't put a credit card. I don't even remember how I did it. How do you do this? Hang on, let's look. Let's see if it tells you. I've enclosed my checker money order for the $1.50. That's 1 cent for my 12 CDs plus a $1.49 enrollment charge. Okay, so apparently I had to send in $1.50. Wow, this is cool. Look at this. What do we have here? We have Fear Factory Demanufactured jumping right out at me. That's in the industrial section. What else do we have? Holy shit, this is Metal Maniacs helmet. Aerosmith, sure. Wow, this is just such a trip. Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about. I remembered walking into that guitar store when I was 12 years old and seeing these staring right at me and going, that's a guitar pedal. And yeah, I wonder dang, they had a lot of them, didn't they? Driver, guitar, amp simulator. Whoa. I bet this amp simulator sounds like garbage. That's crazy. Nice, Diodario. You'd have to be mad. Oh, because Mad Cow. Hey, look, next generation of players. Ooh, R.L. Burnside. Hell yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Ooh, Ibanez Prestige. For some reason, I thought the Prestige line came later, but I guess not. Ah, Carvin. I was such a Carvin fanboy for really no reason other than the fact that I just kind of like knew them from, you know, ads. Like they bought a lot of advertising in guitar magazines back then. Samick. So this is where I heard about Samick for the first time, and they always stuck out to me. Oh, that is nice. That's one of those Valley Arts ones. Do you guys remember those? Valley Arts scarf joint, Valley Arts designed Articufret Slightly higher crown for more precise intonation and a cleaner, more in-tune sound. Wow. Let's see, which one did I want? I wanted that one right there. I'll hold it a little closer. That one right there. That's the one I wanted. Wow, that's a cool ad. I don't know why, that's what made me want a guitar. This ad right here. New and noteworthy. God, what was up with Dean's, like, what is this? This, like, ugh. That was a terrible design. Ooh, the pedal power just come out in 98. Wow, man. So what were you powering your pedals with before the pedal power? You just had like a power strip with a bunch of like power warts sticking off of it for each pedal? Rock auction. Ooh, wow, bet that was cool. Oh, the Tascam Porta Studio ad. This also just made me like freak the fuck out. That 414 was the one I always wanted just because it looked easy to use. But like this 488, man, that'd be cool. That'd still be cool. I would love one of these cassette Porta Studios to like just track some stuff. I'd love to track metal with one of these and like maybe a drum machine or something, or even a full drum set. I don't know. Nice. A gain staging article. That's something for nerds like me. Look at this. So we've got Eric Clapton, and I guess it tells you how to get the sound with the settings. That's, I don't know if that's gonna carry over so well. And here's another one. BMG Music, 12 CDs for the price of one. So instead of $1.50, you bought one CD. It seems like a better deal to go with the 1 cent than the one CD, but you know, whatever. Art Quadra Effects and Multi Effects Processor. I wonder what that sounds like nowadays. I would love to get my hands on something like that. Retailing at $3.49. Wow, cool. There it is. Oh my God, I knew this would be in here. The Farmer Musician's Friend ad. Yep, I'm sure everybody remembers this. They used this for a long time, man. I remember seeing this for years. Man, I would love to get my hands on one of these old t-shirts. NAMM preview. Oh man, I bet that sounds incredible. What is that? Is that like a Mark series? This spring of the long-awaited Formula preamp. Oh man, I bet that's incredible, the Mesa Formula preamp. I'm gonna have to look that up. I've never even heard of that. I remember seeing these and just thinking, I need a mixer for my studio. I need a mixer. Tracks, Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, the Godzilla soundtrack, see? Deep Purple Machine Head, 25th Anniversary Edition. Wow. That album's old as shit now. 25th anniversary doesn't even feel old. Like, you guys, those of you who were older in the late 90s, did something like Deep Purple Machine Head feel old then in the way, like for instance, what's 25 years old now? Like Linkin Park? Linkin Park feels old, but it still feels like it fits in modern music. Like, did Deep Purple feel old then? Does that make any sense? Anyway. Oh yeah, the Fernandez Sustainer. Nice. Wow, I remember looking at these. I think I always wanted the Dragonfly, but now I would rather have, they don't even have it on here, the Vertigo is the shape that I would want. The ones that Norma Jean played. The Slash lookalike. That's fun. Voodoo Lab. Wow. So this must be like one of the first companies to make boutique pedals that wasn't like Boss or something, right? Max Cavalera, I remember that ad. That's the first time I ever saw him, thinking, man, he looks cool. He also looks stinky. Ooh, a Warmoth ad. Wow. I wonder how much a Warmoth net cost in the late 90s. Because I remember they used to not be as expensive as they are now. Good for them, but yeah. Learn the art of recording. I remember seeing this and thinking, okay, so that's what I'm going to do in like 8 years. Sweetwater Sound. Holy shit, look at that. Look at that. That's a Sweetwater ad. That's pretty crazy. Look at what they turned into. They're the Fernandez Nomad guitars. Remember those? They had a little built-in amp and stuff. They sounded like crap, but it was really cool that you could take them anywhere. Wow. A clip-on tuner in the late 90s. I didn't even realize. The IntelliTouch tuner. Damn. So that's a Snark like 20 years beforehand. That's pretty crazy. I remember looking at that thinking, okay, that's an amp I'll get. I was basically just looking through this trying to like visualize what my guitar setup would look like, because when you first start playing, you have no idea. Okay, so now we're at the tabs. Yeah, so this is what you got back then, guys. Heroes by the Wallflowers. I have no idea if these are accurate, let's see, who wrote these? Transcribed by Steve Gorenberg. Is that what they did? They just had somebody work for the magazine and transcribe them? So let's just flip through. So here, oh, you could buy back issues. Wow. Dating back to November 88. Bro, my God, look at this. Great guitar fun. It's the first annual Guitar Magazine Caribbean cruise aboard Carnival Cruise Line's MS Sensation, April to May 1999. Wow. How fun would that be? I wonder how much this costs. Ooh, here we go. Rates. $742 up to $1442. Oh man. Classifieds. What do we got here? Custom guitar straps. Wholesale guitar picks. CD Burning Company. Manufactures CDs at prices your band can afford. 100 CDs for $300. All right. More classifieds. Remember the Boomerang? I remember these things were like massive. I remember they were like 4 feet long or something like that. Like they were fucking absurd. But that's like one of the first like loopers, right? Oh, there we go. Sweetwater Sound. Thinking about home recording? Call the folks who can help you think it through. And there's that Samson ad in the back. I remember this was always on the back of these covers. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as me. If you want to see me go through an old musician's friend catalog or something, you know, let me know. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.